Okay, so I am super excited to do this video. So I just want to set up the scene for this video. I am an affiliate. I sell other people's products, and this morning I had an amazing opportunity to meet with an affiliate manager of a product. Well, it's a service that I absolutely love promoting, and he sort of asked me like, as an affiliate, what are the things that I look for when deciding whether or not a product, good, or service is worth being an affiliate? So I'm going to make an assumption here that you know what being an affiliate means. It essentially is this: somebody's got a product, good, or service. They're going to pay us to go promote it. So we only get paid when a sale is made for the most part. And so they want us to go out and sell their product on their behalf. It cuts down on their cost from a marketing perspective. And they can have literally a volunteer army going out and selling their product, good, or service. So what I want to do is I want to go through the 10 things that I personally look for when I'm looking at or evaluating whether or not to promote a product, good, or service. Now, I am telling you ahead of time, there are a bunch of other reasons. If you got another reason that I missed, drop it in the comments below. I would love to add it to the list. These are just the ones that I came up with while he and I were talking. So I want to just share with us, this is not promoting an affiliate product. This is not going to give examples of products, goods, or services that we can promote. This is just the things that I personally look for in determining whether or not to promote something. And I think all of us should have this list in mind for yourself, whatever that is. Take this list, use it for yourself, knock some of these off, don't care about some, care super much bigger about others. But these are just some things to keep in mind. And what I look for when I'm looking for determining whether or not I'm willing to go promote somebody else's product. So, number one, and I would say outside of number one, everything else, there's no, I don't have a certain thing that will automatically disqualify something. The first one, yes, but all the others, no. So the number one is, do I like it? Right? I don't promote anything that I don't feel comfortable promoting. So I don't promote stuff that I don't use. I don't usually promote stuff. I certainly don't promote stuff I don't like. But I will promote stuff I don't use, but I have seen it being used or I see a need in my audience and that they could use it, but for whatever reason, I don't personally use it. But I have to like it. Number one. If I don't like it or it's dodgy or sketchy, I'm kind of out. Okay. Number two, this is also pretty damn important to me. Not always, it's not a complete deal killer, but it's close. And that is, does it have at least a two tier? Okay. A two tier usually means, and I like to start at around a 30-10 split, meaning if I bring on a customer, I want to make 30% of that sale. And if that person then becomes an affiliate, I want to make 10% of their sales. Okay. So for a guy like me, it's important because I have a lot of people that I teach and train how to do this. So I have an incentive to help them make more money because it incentivizes up. So I like a 30-10% split on a two tier. Okay. Pretty dang important to me. Okay. Number three is this product good or service? Does it provide MRR? Okay. MRR just stands for monthly recurring revenue. So I tend to like products that I get paid for over and over and over again. I'm not usually a one and done type of guy. I like to promote things that have a monthly service to them, like tools. Those tools, then the customer gets value out of each and every month, and then I get paid on top of that. So it can create sort of an income stack on that. Okay. So I tend to gravitate towards monthly recurring revenue. Okay. Number four, we're going to get into the weeds in a couple of these. So number four is that there are no time restrictions. Okay. Now what this means, oh, you know what? I've got two down here. No time restrictions, which means I want to be paid forever. Okay, so if I have a customer that is with a tool that I promote and I stop getting paid 6 months in or 12 months in, that's not going to be as interesting to me as if I get paid forever. Okay, so I don't want any time restrictions. I'm also going to put slash cookies here. Okay, because cookies are a little piece of code that when I send somebody to a link or you send somebody to a link, the system recognizes that you're the one that sent them there. And usually the company will say, hey, if you send somebody to the site and they sign up 60, 90 days later, we'll still credit you for that sale because you're the one that sent them there. In the ideal world, I would like to have that cookie be unlimited, but it doesn't really happen a lot. But I do like where there's no time restriction. So I've seen some places where they're like, oh, well, we'll pay you for the first 12 months and then, you're not going to get paid anymore. Okay. So number five, do they have tools? Most marketers are pretty lazy. You give somebody an email that they can cut and paste, they'll send it out to their list. You make them go write the email, it's going to be harder, right? So you give the affiliates, if the affiliates, like if I go to an affiliate tool section and they give me landing pages, they give me videos I can use, they give me emails I can use, they give LinkedIn posts and Twitter posts or X posts and LinkedIn posts that I can just like cut and paste and use to help promote. The more tools that they give us, the easier it is to make money by promoting their service. So I tend to like really robust libraries of tools. Okay. Now, this is another one. This gets a little controversial to some people, and I totally get it. I happen to fall in line with where I'm going to say, which is I don't, let's see, how do I want to say this? That the company isn't better than us. Meaning, I don't want the company, if they're going to let me go promote a tool and say I get to give somebody a 20% discount, I don't want the company to go run ads for a better deal, like they get 90% off or 100% off, or I want the company to give the affiliates the same deal that we can give away that they're going to give away in their own advertising. I don't have a problem with them promoting their own tool. They should, right? But I don't particularly tend to gravitate towards companies. Sorry, my phone's like blowing up. I don't tend to go towards companies that are going to literally like compete against their own affiliates. Okay. Now, here's where they're silly. I've seen this happen where they will do a better deal for their paid advertising and then they don't read the comments in their own ads. And affiliates will go in and basically try to remove those people that are commenting off those ads and still sign them because they're going to offer them special discounts or extra discounts. Okay. So I like it when companies aren't really competing with their own affiliates. Okay. Number seven, really important is what is the tracking? Okay. And what's interesting is the conversation I had this morning with the affiliate manager. One of the things he asked me was, well, why have you decreased your promotion of us? And I said, well, because I can give you three examples of where I know somebody used my link in order to sign up and I have not been paid. So I need to make sure that I'm 100% comfortable with how this stuff is all getting tracked. Because if it's not tracked, then it's not worth you and I putting money towards helping market somebody else's product or service. Okay. Which brings me to number eight. Do they pay on time? Okay. To me, this is a huge one. And I will tell you just my own personal experience. I have been with a couple of companies that I didn't particularly like. They didn't hit a bunch of this stuff, but I do have to give them credit because they have always paid on time no matter what. Right? So, but if you're working with a company and you're supposed to get paid on the 1st and the 15th, and you're getting paid on the 16th, the 17th, and then you're getting some emails, why, and all this jazz, remember that we as affiliates don't get paid until the company gets paid. So we're only paid when they take in revenue. So from my standpoint, if a company isn't setting aside that component of dollars or that section of dollars to pay the affiliates, then it's just going to get more and more and more difficult as time goes on. Okay. Um, Next up is do they have inside? Oh man, I'm like all kinds of spelling words wrong here. Do they have inside their own system, once you bring on a customer, okay, so you've got a customer, they're inside there, and then they send that customer additional tools and upsells and all of that, you should get paid on any of those sales because you are the one that literally brought the customer to the table. So I've had a case where we bring customers to the table, then they upsell them, right? And they're upselling them, but we don't get paid on that. And I'm like, but we brought you to the table. We brought that customer to the table, right? So I want you guys to find companies that really value you being an affiliate and understand that they can build an army of people that will go sell this thing if they will let them. Okay. And then number 10, and this is one that is very, very wide in terms of what companies will allow and disallow. Okay. And that is promotion restrictions. Okay. And what this really means is this. Does the company say, hey, we don't want you promoting on keywords like this, or we don't want you promoting on YouTube, or we don't want you promoting on X platform, or we don't want you to do this? It's really important in their terms of service that you understand what they will and will not allow. Remember, these companies, guys, I'm telling you, I've had my experience with this over the last 20 years. They're really good about putting stuff in terms of service and really good about changing up the deal. And we may not be paying that close of attention. So here's the deal. There's a ton of money to be made out there being an affiliate. I love being an affiliate. I've just done it for so long that I want to just give you a quick kind of list of things that I personally look for. The more things that I can check off, the higher likely is that I'm going to become an affiliate. And ultimately, the more money I make, that I know I'm being paid on what I bring to the table, I know I'm being allowed to make more money, the more I will push in the chips in helping create different platforms, tools, videos, and the such to promote it. So, with that, hey, any thoughts or anything that I missed? I'd love to have you drop a comment below. I'm always looking to add value to these kind of lists. So please, 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 if you're an affiliate for something and you think of something that I forgot, love to hear from you. So with that, have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.